Hello everyone. Today our group will present on the sixth right of purchasing. We are using a case study of security personnel procurement at the Glastonbury Festival. So let's begin. On this slide, you can see what we will cover today. First, we will look at the framework. We will explain the six rights and where they came from. Second, we will apply this framework to security. Most of our research focuses on how these rights work for Glastonbury security. Finally, we will share our critical evaluation. We will discuss the tensions and decisions that follow. Next, we will look at the case study context. Instead of just reading these numbers, I want you to imagine what they actually mean. For 5 days, an empty green field transforms into a massive bustling city. It becomes larger than many real cities in the UK. So, imagine trying to keep over 200,000 people safe in an open countryside. It is a massive task. To build this city, temporary just in 26 days, hundreds of trucks and workers arrive every single hour. From a security perspective, this is just a procurement nightmare. We are not just hiring guards for a standard building, we are securing a fast growing, complex community that disappears after 1 week. That is why understanding the procurement framework here is so fascinating. I will now pass you over to my team member. Thank you.
Hi, today I am going to present an important concept in procurement known as the six right framework. If you look at the slide, you might ask what exactly is this framework? Simply put, the six right is a strategic tool used to determine if our purchasing action actually bringing value to the business. As buyers, our ultimate goal is not just about spending money, but making smart decisions to ensure the company operates smoothly. According to some well-known business experts, this framework acts as a guide to help us achieve six fundamental goals. The key elements are organized in a circle on the screen, which include the right item, the right quality, the right quantity at the right time from the right source and at the right price. And now let us move on to the next slide to analyze each of the elements in close details. First, we look at the right item. This means the actual product or service must perfectly fit the operational needs of our company. And second is the right quality. It's important to remember that right quality means fits for purpose. It's not mean the most expensive options, but exactly what match our requirements. And thus, the right quantities mean buying enough to fill demands, ensuring it's not too much to waste money and not too little to stuff our business. For the right time means all goods are available when they are needed, matching our lead time. And fifth, the right source means we must select a supplier that is capable, trustworthy, and ethical. And finally, we have the right price. This means finding the best overall cost of ownership rather than just looking at the low sticker price on the tag. And in conclusion, balancing all of the six right is the key to make our procurement process efficient.
So in this slide, we are going to look about security at Glastonbury. So this festival is one of the largest and most complex live event in the world. We're attracting over 2 lakh attendants annually. attracting like every people over there. Security here is not a single service. It breaks down into four distinct operational zones, like crowd managing, which controls the movement and destiny of attendees; perimeter security, um, uh, and in here, there are right items and right quality, in which the right item is at Pleasanton security isn't one job. There are number of specialty roles: door supervisor on the door, crowd manager operative in the crowd, stage area, clothes protection officer for the artist, backstage CCTV operatives in the surveillance room. The SI stipulates which license is needed by the activity performed and not by the SIA speculates that the license is determined by the activity performed, not the job title. This means that deploying an operative with the wrong license is not just a procurement error, it is a breach of the law. Turning to the right quality, quality here does not mean the highest grade available. It means fit for purpose. Quality must be verified both before and during the events. That includes checking valid SIA license, conducting pre-event briefing on site, layout and radio use, and maintaining the monitoring on the other day. Importantly, a quality failure in security is not simply a financial issue. It directly threatens public safety and the festival reputation. This brings us to a key trade-off for a safety-critical service: cutting quality to reduce it, precisely where price and quality comes into direct conflict. On the uh, On the right 3 and 4, there are about right quantity and right time, where on right quantity, the principle here is matching staff level to demand, zone by zone. High density area like the pyramid stays required for more operative than a quieter campsite zone. Beyond that, a contingency buffer must always be extreme create problems, understaffing risks, public safety, and breaches as a condition, while overstaffing wastage budget post are procurement failure. On the right time, it is not enough to simply have the right number of staff. They must be secured early enough and scheduled accurately, because the event date is fixed and immovable. As a licensed staff and accredited provider must be contracted well in advance.
So now I'll discuss the two final rights, which are right source and right price. Firstly, right source means selecting the most suitable security provider for a large event like Glastonbury. The supplier should be SIA approved, financially stable, experienced, and able to manage large crowd safely. To help choose the best supplier, procurement managers can use tools such as the Colgic matrix, which helps evaluate supplier based on risk and importance. This allows the festival organizers to select a provider that is reliable and capable of delivering a high quality service. Secondly, right price. Right price does not simply means choosing the cheapest option. Instead, it focuses on the total cost of ownership. This includes costs such as training, supervision, overtime, and the potential cost of security failures. For example, a higher priced supplier may actually provide better value because experienced staff can reduce incidents, improve crowd safety, and help to protect the festival reputation. So, this slide shows that the six rights do not always work together in practice. Procurement managers often face difficult decisions. The first tension is price versus quality. Choosing a cheaper security provider may reduce cost, but it can also lower services quality. Poorly trained security staff can increase safety risk and damage the festival reputation. Therefore, procurement managers must decide whether the cost saving justify the potential risk. The second tension is time versus source. Sometimes security staff are needed urgently. When this happens, buyers may have fewer supplier options available. This means they may have to select a supplier quickly instead of spending more time finding the best provider. As a result, the right source may be sacrificed because of time pressure. The third tension is quantity versus price. Booking a large number of security staff early can guarantee availability and may secure lower rates. However, it demands changes. The organization could be end up paying for more staff than necessary. So, as the synthesis to summarize, successful procurement is about achieving the right balance between cost, quality, time, quantity, and supplier performance. The the six rights provide a useful framework for decision making, but managers must recognize that there are trade-offs between them. In case of Glastonbury security, effectively procurement means finding the best overall value while ensuring safety, complements, and operational success. Thank you.
So now I will be come on the conclusion to bring our analysis to a close. I want to draw everything together and leave you with three takeaway from our applying six right to Glastonbury security procurement. So on the first one, on the paper, the six right look like a simple checklist, but in the actual reality, it look like a whole festival in which you have to take a real decision with the real consequences. So right item isn't just guard, it's the right type of operative of each zone. Right quality isn't optional, it's a legal and safety requirement, like you have to look at on it. And every single right forces are genuine procurement choices. So now I will be move on to the takeaway two, and bring me to the most important insight of our analysis that we have covered along our full presentation. So effective procurement is not about maximizing every right. It's about balancing them when they pull against each other. Three tension stand out: price versus quality. The cheapest provider carry the greater safety risk, like as my colleague already mentioned, that as much you pay, you have got a good security because you have got a good staff member. And then the time versus source, that tight deadline shrink the pool of supplier you can realistically choose from, like you can choose a good supplier. And then the quantity versus the price, booking earlier, like if you book earlier, so it will be you can get easily good rates. And now I will be moved to the our third takeaway. That is and this trade-off matter because what at stake. Getting security a procurement right is fundamental, not it's optional. So, for an event of 200,000 people operating under SIA regulation, the cost of getting it wrong is a public safety itself. So, we have to look on it, and that is why a decision carry such a weight. So, overall we our analysis has been not just like it's from a textbook. We have looked out, into our references and academic literature, and our core include Bailey, and the other lesson and Farrington supply chain management book, and we have look on it. And afterward, we come on to this presentation. And thank you very much for your time. See, thank you very much. Yeah, yeah, yeah.